Alright, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Hip Hop News, and today we got some other news about No Limit Records rapper Mac, because it looks like he could be released from prison as soon just like Bobby Shmurda, because currently he's been behind bars for 21 years for a crime that it looks like he was wrongfully convicted of, because I did my research on this case, and what happened was he tried to break up a fight at a concert, but somebody ended up getting killed, and they unfairly blamed him for the murder, and because of that, they sent him to prison for 30 years or something, but obviously he was wrongfully convicted, so he should be released as soon as possible. So it says here that he has been behind bars for 21 years for a crime he claims he did not commit, and it looks like he could be receiving clemency. That's right. According to a report from the Huffington Post on Monday, February 22nd, the Louisiana Board of Pardons and Parole recommended earlier this week that Mac 43 may be eligible for parole immediately. The parole board apparently voted unanimously for the New Orleans rapper's release, but the ultimate decision is up to Louisiana Governor John Bel Edwards. If his clemency is approved, he will have to see before the parole board once more. So obviously, man, this is a really messed up case because it looks like that they literally took 21 years of his life away, and I hope that he gets, millions in return, because, I mean, he should definitely be able to be entitled for some compensation, because it's like they just stole 21 years of his life for a crime he did not commit, which is absolutely just ridiculous that they would do that. The hip-hop artist who played a pivotal role in Master P's No Limit Records empire in the late 1990s was convicted of manslaughter in 2001 in connection to the February 2000 shooting at a club Mercedes in Sidewell, Louisiana, which killed 19-year-old bookie Victor Jr. He was sentenced to 30 years behind bars. So it looks like that they handled the case very poorly, and they were just looking for somebody to blame for the crime, and they ended up blaming him for the crime, and that's why he's in prison and all that stuff. But honestly, man, hey, he should be released from prison as soon as possible. So hopefully the governor of Louisiana does the right thing and releases him, because we don't know how many people are still sitting behind bars convicted for a crime they did not commit. His wife, Angelique Phillips, seemed hopeful of the new update in her husband's case. Today's been a good day, she said. It's kind of the beginning on the road to freedom, but there's still more bases to go. It's a start one step closer. She added, not only is this amazing for us, but I believe that it also provides hope for those in comparable situations. Our goal is in sight, and we will get to the finish line. Back in 2015, an investigation led by the Medical Justice Project sparked doubt regarding a key witness testimony, thus offering hope for Mac's release due to fall imprisonment. As far as the details of this incident, he was present at the club that night to help promote an open mic event. His mother, father, friends, and associates were there as well. Mac was arrested and charged with second-degree murder, which according to Louisiana is when the offender has a specific intent to kill or to inflict great bodily harm. But however, from the evidence, it looks like that he wasn't trying to intend any bodily harm, because he simply was trying to break up a fight, because it's not like he started a fight or anything like that that resulted in somebody getting killed. So I don't know what the heck this is about. His account from the night of the shooting is that he was observing the venue trying to determine whether or not he should perform due to the lack of crowd attendance. When he came out of the bathroom, he noticed commotion near the front of the stage. Then he heard a gunshot. Then he said he was concerned about his mother as she was collecting his appearance fee at the door. Which, hey, you got to put yourself in his situation, because obviously, family comes first, and the most important thing is his family was safe at that time during that incident. The case appears to have been riddled with questionable testimonies. A man named Thomas Williams, who worked as Mac's security on the night of the shooting, confessed to the incident less than 2 weeks after it happened. He turned himself into the St. Tammany Sheriff's Office and claimed that the deceased victim had approached him with a broken beer bottle. Williams said he acted in self-defense. His testimony was later dismissed in court because the St. Tammany Sheriff claimed it didn't match up with the physical evidence. The key witness, victim Victor's cousin Nathaniel Tillison, claimed that he saw Mac fire shots at the victim from point-blank range. However, the other witnesses from the club contradicted Tillison's version of the story, but also placed him at locations where he wouldn't have been able to see the shooting. Tillison says that Mac was the aggressor, but in a prior testimony, he identified one of the rapper's associates as the aggressor. Apparently, he also claimed to a deputy at the St. Tammany Sheriff's Office that he saw another man with a gun, saying, "If Mac didn't do the shooting, you know who did." A woman named Yolande Jones admitted to not seeing the incident, but in a 2013 affidavit, she said that St. Tammany law enforcement coerced her into her making Mac out to be the shooter. So obviously, it looks like that this case entirely was completely flawed, and he was just unfairly blamed for a crime that he did not commit, literally. So this is just absolutely tough to read, man, seriously. Meanwhile, Mac and his mother felt that No Limit Records artists were being targeted by authorities at the time. They also believed that Mac was named as the shooter because he was an identifiable face. When it came to the trial, there appears to have been inconsistent testimonies and the lack of forensic evidence, so law officials turned to Mac's music as defense in this case, using rhymes from his 1998 Shell-Shocked album, particularly the song Murda Murda Kill Kill. But his mother said that these records were based on accounts from the rapper heard from his father, who was in the military and fought in the Vietnam War. It's also important to note that although there were firearms at Mac's home, he had a gun on him that night as well. None of the ammunition matched the firearm that killed Victor. The murder murder weapon was never found, and there hasn't been any physical evidence that connected Mack to the shooting. Also in 2016, the Huffington Post released a report on jurors at Mack's 2001 trial that he did not receive the full story of the case, and pertinent information was kept from his defense attorney. The report said that the jury never heard a testimony of Jerry Price, who says Tillerson was outside Club Mercedes in Sildwell where the concert took place and couldn't have seen the shooting. So all I can say about this whole thing is that hopefully Mack gets his clemency, because I mean literally, like, all they did was literally just take away 20 years of his life. I mean literally, for him to have his entire, early years taken away is really messed up for a crime that he did not commit. So they should get right to it and grant him clemency and allow him to come back home to his family. So anyways, ladies and gents, let me know what did you think about this in the comment section below. And this is today's episode of Hip Hop News. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like what I'm doing on the channel, then consider subscribing to my channel. Sharing the video helps me out a lot. And stay tuned for more episodes of Hip Hop News. You guys have a great rest of your day.